And in this week's top 5, we've got some pretty big announcements for you. We're starting off with number 1, Circle, which has announced officially that they are SPACing.
Coming on the heels of the IPO from Coinbase just a few months ago, Circle is going to be following in their lead. Instead of IPOing, though, they're going to be SPACing, so they'll be acquired in a $4.5 billion deal. They've already raised, I think they raised $440 million just a month or two ago. They're now going to be refinancing. I think they're getting another $450 million in working capital, and this is just huge. Circle, if you don't know or you're not familiar, they're a very popular fiat on-ramp from traditional dollars into crypto, but they also have really built their brand around the USDC stablecoin. They've launched the stablecoin in partnership with Coinbase that now has $26 billion in circulating supply. And in their newest documents they announced, and they're planning to have $190 billion in total supply by 2023. They really are flying, and this is a fantastic news.
I think it's a great announcement to hear from Circle. Makes yet another institutional play in the crypto space, this time through the Concord acquisition through this SPAC. But Jeremy Allaire, the well-known CEO behind Circle, will remain as the CEO. And as you pointed out, they're going to continue growing their USDC payment solution, right? It's already available through Ethereum, through Algorand, through Tron, and I expect on many, many more blockchains soon. And we'll see if they can hit that almost $200 billion money supply mark, tokenized dollars, by the end of 2 years from now.
And let's see if this triggers a wave. We've seen Kraken has been rumored to potentially be SPACing, and potentially others may join as well. Also important to note here, Circle, I believe, is a portfolio company of Blockchain Capital. So if you own some of those trading shares, you might be in for a little bit of payday.
Another win there. So moving on to number 2 here, we've got Single.earth. So Single.earth has announced that they have raised almost $8 million in seed financing, specifically to help with their platform tokenizing carbon credits for landowners and farmland and forest landowners who, instead of using and leveraging the raw materials on the land and destroying them, can instead leverage carbon credits to go ahead and create a new revenue stream so that they don't have to go ahead and get, deforest their land or raw the materials on the land. So that's a really great climate change move. I'm a big supporter of what's going on here, and EQT Ventures was the lead behind this raise. So I expect to see a lot of carbon credit projects that will be leveraging their Merit, MERIT tokens representing their carbon credits for purchase for investors from all these projects. So very exciting. Congratulations to them.
Buy those credits beginning in fall 2021 to use to offset your own tax burdens. But moving into number 3, we've got New Zealand. New Zealand is working on their own central bank digital currency. Sounds like a broken record at this point, because almost every week we come into the top 5 with a new set of countries that are working on CBDCs, and it shouldn't be a surprise. If you're a central bank, you should be exploring how to leverage digital currencies and digital transactional systems for what you're trying to do, and it just makes a lot of sense. There've been a lot of fun facts to come along with this too.
The New Zealand bank came out, and I think rightfully, like many countries during the corona pandemic, saw a sharp decline in the usage of cash, a sharp increase, of course, in mobile payments and contactless payments. And they did some surveys. They actually found out that almost more than 40% actually of the citizens didn't care about a CBDC and a digital payment solution. And of course, one of the other focuses was promoting financial inclusion. So like most central banks, I think, around the world are looking at it. New Zealand has now joined the foray. And moving into number 4, we've got news out of Cape Town, specifically Stellenbosch, where we see another property being tokenized and available for sale. This time for as little as $70, actually. It's a property worth roughly what I'm seeing here, $1.38 million. And it's actually 8 different units as part of the award-winning Pearl Hotel, which actually includes its own golf course. And that's a pretty amazing feat. In fact, they're leveraging some very cool features. The company is called Real Smart. And for as little as a little less than $7,000 worth of tokens, you actually can get a free night there as well every year. So that's an exciting little perk for those of you who are willing to pay a little bit more than $70 for their RST tokens that represent an opportunity in this investment.
It's also exciting because they are going to be bringing deals globally. So they're eyeing the United States as well as Mauritius as two potential locations for additional future tokenizations.
That's huge news. Welcome to the industry, real smart, and welcome Cape Town to your first tokenized investment opportunity.
And moving into our final piece of news here, we've got more cross-border central bank digital payment exploration. And this comes from a group of countries. China, UAE, Hong Kong, Thailand, and a few others have all explored a test net of exchanging digital currencies for cross-border payments, citing specifically reduction of costs and improved efficiencies of interbank transfers. And so this is fascinating. They launched their test net, and it apparently has gone very successfully, and now they're exploring a wholesale retail solution.
That's right. They've been this project has been led by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the stock exchange, the National Stock Exchange of Thailand. And actually, this has been a multi-phase project that has been in the works already. In fact, phase 2 was successfully completed recently, where they actually allowed for the real-time 24/7 transfer of payments cross-border. And now for phase 3, they're looking to commercialize that and make that retail and commercially available for the actual economy to leverage. No longer going from experimentation, but to, as Kyle just pointed out, full-on testnet, which is a big step forward in progress. It's really exciting news. Again, just like we're talking about central bank digital currencies, they are here to stay, and they are now here live in action.
And that rounds out our top 5 news of the week.